Ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing? So we got it just in time here. So we have a Division 4 match between Metro Wipeout 2 and Ardent. And this is a division in which it's somewhat close. And Metro Wipeout 2 are one of the favorites to win the division. But I'm interested to see how this goes because if we look at the lineups real quick, actually, so Rahul, Tonkatsu, Trap, Trippy, and Adam. Actually, that's not too bad of a lineup coming out from Ardent. I was wondering what they'd be able to throw out here, but going up against Flary, Casper, Solar, Lucky, and Dog for Metro Wipeout 2. So, uh, Jack, welcome along.
Hello, glad to be here.
I thought I was going to be forecasting for a second. I got really scared, but
Yeah.
what do you think about these two lineups?
So obviously Metro Wipeout's lineup looks very strong. Flary, Casper, Solar, Locky, obviously all very strong players who have played together for a while. But you can't count out Ardent. You see Rahul, Ton, Trap, Trippy. They've been scrimming a lot recently. I've seen the past couple days, and they've been putting up some big results. So they could definitely challenge them. I think for Metro Wipeout 2, Flary is going to be the standout player there, probably leading the pack. And then for Ardent, I feel like all the runners are pretty equal in skill. So I don't know if there's gonna be a single standout player, but they all are strong in their own right.
I'd have to say the standout, if I were to give one to Ardent, would be Trippy though. Trippy is I'm not trying to overrate Trippy, but he is an absolute animal when he's up in the front. Like his back spams are really unpredictable, and he's just a real nuisance whenever he's up there. In terms of the other players, Rahul, Ton, and Trap, I do think they do have very little skill gap amongst them. You could see any one of them at the front at any given moment. I do wonder about Rahul's consistency, though, as well as possibly Trap. I know Trap used to be a fairly decent player back in 2016, 2017, but after 2017 or so, he hasn't really played the game too much. He's played off and on. He played with Chef Stallion back in 2019. They played in the Elite League finals against Eternal Midnight, in which they lost, but they're still throwing out a decent lineup. But talking about Metro Wipeout 2, I mean, you have Flary, who's a really strong runner, one of Team UK's main runners in MK World Cup. You have Casper, that's Casper from Denmark, very strong runner as well in his own right. And then Solar and not too bad of backup players. So it's going to be a tough task for Ardent, but I do think they still have the capability as long as they play well on their day.
Yeah, what do you think about the bagging matchup here? Dog against Adam. I know Adam's a strong bagger. I've seen him practicing a lot recently.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fairly even, honestly. I think Adam slightly has the edge here if we're talking about consistency, but they're both decent in their own right. Of course, Dog has been bagging for quite a bit of time now with MW2. I'm not sure about bagging in general. I think maybe a little under a year. While Adam has been bagging off and on in the community for a really long time now, but I don't think it's going to be too lopsided, but I'd still give the edge to Adam here.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I haven't really seen Dog bag much. I've definitely seen Adam bag a lot, and he's been pretty successful historically. But I mean, I've heard good things about Dog, so there's always a chance.
Definitely, yeah. If you're to point a gun to my head, I'd say Adam has the advantage here, but of course Metro Wipeout 2 have the advantage in the running. So it'll be interesting to see if either of those factors will counterbalance each other and make this war fairly close, or if we're going to see one of those factors outweigh the other factor. It depends. The bagging battle is going to be huge. If the bagging battle stays even, I'd say MW2 will win this one, but if we see like an 8-4 shot count or 9-3 shot count for Ardent, maybe they can take it home.
Yeah, I'd have to agree there. Like, these Ardent runners, they need to be able to challenge Flary and Casper in the top spots to have a chance, but shot could also come into play. If they're able to just hang around like 3, 4, 5, or like just make the pack close and like a last second lap 3 shot could just change the whole race.
Yeah, and in terms of organizing the comms, I'm not sure who from Ardent will be calling most of the shots. I'd say Rahul is going to be one of those players that communicates the most. I know Trippy is going to be up there most of the time, so he's not really going to be much in a position to call the shots. But Rahul is a very experienced player. He's been playing since 2015, and he played with the likes of Moonblast, Jiro Jihad, Avail, even though he's he used to bag for Avail. He didn't really run much, but he has the
Mhm.
experience with the comms. And I'd say for MW2 though, we're gonna see probably Locky and Solar calling a lot of the shots actually. Flary
Yeah,
and Flary and
maybe
Casper are gonna be
Casper
running up
too.
there.
I'm pretty sure Casper's like one of the leaders of the team. I know he's been playing with NW for a lot, and I know like I've worked a few times with him in Regicide, and he was usually the one like trying to call shots and leading. So I don't know, like it depends probably where the pack is. I'm pretty sure all these players are experienced though and have the ability to call effective shots.
MVPs and predictions. Who do you got?
All right, I think Flary's probably get MVP with like a 125, probably around there. I think MW will take this match probably about like 40 points, 40, 50 points. What about you?
Well, I have a bit of okay. I did say that Ardent have the capability of contending with MW2, but I still think they have question marks going into this. So it's hard to predict. But if I were to give a set prediction, I'm gonna say Metro Wipeout 2 by 52.
Yeah, that's probably.
Although I still think Ardent have the capability of keeping it close.
Yeah, I mean, if a lot of things go right, I could definitely see Ardent taking this match.
For sure. And my plus 52 is a fringe prediction because this is one of the more unpredictable matches I'm gonna say that we're gonna see for quite a bit now. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
And
do you think?
SW sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, what do you think is like the weak points in each team's lineup?
For Arden, I'd say I don't know how well Tonkatsu fits in the lineup in terms of comms. I know Trippy's been an Ardent player for a while now. Rahul joined maybe 4 or 5 months ago. His cam is there already. Trap has been there. I don't know for how long, but I'd say maybe the chemistry for Ardent. Metro Wipeout 2, in terms of their chemistry, I know individually a couple of them have played together. Casper, Locky have played together for a bit. Solar potentially. Flary, I don't know. Flary is more of a recent addition, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I'm not that familiar with like Metro Wipeout history, but I know for a fact Casper, Solar, and Locky have been there for a while.
I just say maybe the chemistry for Ardent, even though they have been grinding recently. So that, I mean, maybe Tonkatsu is. I don't know how much Tonkatsu's played with them, but if we're talking about Rahul, Trap, and Trippy, I think that's not going to be too much of an issue. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very unpredictable match, despite MW2 having the better edge in running on paper. And it's also worth noting too that Trap, he's a bit of an anomaly too. Like there's one moment in which he completely pops off, and then there's another war and he's kind of quiet. I'm really interested to see how he's going to play. I think he's going to be one of the biggest factors of this war. If Trap plays well, Ardent will have success. If Trap struggles, we may see potentially Trippy or Tonkatsu being the only ones up there, as I also question Rahul's consistency. So we'll see.
Yeah, so we see KC coming in here. I'm not sure who picked it because I joined at the last second, but definitely a track that's very shroom reliant. We see Trippy starting in second here. Is it alternating spots?
Yes, it's alternating spots all the time throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so it'll be 2-4 for. So I assume Ardent probably picked this. So we see Casper running in first here. Looks like Trippy got a better. No, okay, just like the bomb on Trippy. That's unfortunate.
Right away.
Yep. Gets an Ardent member too, and one of the, I think, Locky.
Yeah, so, and real quick, I would like to shout out EGTV for rating us. I didn't even notice that.
Oh yes, thank you.
Thank you guys so much for that. We're gonna provide as best of content as we possibly can. So, yeah, who's the Daisy up there? Actually, is that Rahul?
No, I don't think so. Who plays Daisy on this team? I know it's not. So it's not. We know it's not Trap. We know it's not
Solar. Yeah,
Solar. Yeah, Solar.
Okay. Yep.
See him trying to dodge on the tunnel. I know that's a possibility. Yeah, he breaks the.
That was solid work. Usually, when players go for the shroom and go above go on the roof there, the second one is a lot less consistent than the first one. But it was really good work from Trippy to be able to avoid that red.
Okay, so blue. So we have 2-4 for MW. So we see Trippy holding the blue, probably pointing out the Ardent first. He gets back red. It's unfortunate. Let's see. One bagger is going forward, it looks like. A Rosalina. Do you know if anyone bags on Rosalina?
It's gonna be Adam, I believe. Or
Okay, so
yeah.
we see Adam going forward. It looks like Boodog might be trying to drop a star. He's sitting at one of the zappers. You see Locky slogging Trippy with triple reds. Good work from him. We see bottom two right now for AR. Taikatsu might be. Oh, good work. Oh wow, okay, they got him from the fourth.
2 for 2 in a very actually kind of a difficult strategy to take actually.
Yeah.
We see some of the top players trying that, and sometimes they fail it. So the fact that Trippy made that 2 for 2 is really impressive. But still top 2 for MW. Ardent do have the shock most likely, or no, that's actually Boodog and Rosa. I've never seen Boodog use Rosa before. So yeah, it is MW with the shock. I apologize.
Alright, so this is huge for MW because they need shock. It's so hard to catch up on this track. So there's like very few like major shortcuts. So you need to dodge here. And MW have a huge break, so they're gonna need like a blue and a shock. We see Ardent in fourth as well. So Trippy's just gonna throw these reds away, just spraying and praying, trying to hit them. You see Adam running forward, maybe trying to drop a star for Trippy.
Yeah, and we may see no star. Yeah, we may see a shock coming in right here to TS. AR going for cut if they try to go for it.
Runs into bananas. We see Rahul. Yeah, okay, so maybe got one of the bottom spots into boxes. Maybe someone dodged into star. Yeah, so Flary dodged up into star. So it looks like either a top 3 for MW or a top 2 4. So very good start for MW here. That's what we needed to see on a race like this.
Indeed. And I will look back at the footage real quick to see. I didn't actually see if either bagger went for the spade strat or where you sit at the first boxes.
I think they both. I think they both sat at the boxes at 9. I don't think any of them went back to the waterfall.
Yeah, it's really iffy, honestly. Like, if you have a star and your team's in top spots, typically you want to drop stars for your team. But then if your team are in top spots, sometimes it's a better idea to just go for the waterfall and get those surefire 10th place boxes. But yeah, both baggers were sitting at the spade strat, and it was Boodog who came out on top in the end.
I don't know about you personally, but when I like to bag, I like to go for waterfall because I think it's just a lot more like guaranteed. Especially if the other bagger goes for the spade strat, I just think it's way more viable to go for waterfall.
Yeah, it's a judgment call, honestly, but I personally like to go backwards, especially if I have a star. If my team's not in top spots, I'll just have the star. I'll get a free first box while starring the other bagger if they come back.
Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes I'll go for like the blue zipper like at the beginning and try to like pull a star there.
Yeah. Like, so going back to the match though, we see BC Week coming out from MW2, and they did get top 3, right? Or was it top 2 4?
Top 3. So it's just like perfect spots for BC Wii.
Yes, and BC Wii is the most prominent track to pick when starting off in top 3 because top 3 can just take all the boxes in the first ramp set, and it makes it hard for the other team to spam items. But DSDS comes out here.
Yeah, Caster's Curse strikes again. So DSDS for Ardent here. Good track for them. Adam needs to step up here and get shock. Shock basically determines this race every time it's played. Maybe Trippy can try to cheese some shrooms. I'd like to see some of at least 1 or 2 of the NWM dropping back here to try to get some sort of shrooms. We see Trippy go up a second. I'm pretty sure Flary's dropping back shrooms here, so we'll see what they pull.
No, he wasn't. He was trying to snake in the beginning, but typically in this track, you want to have top 2 just run solidly, have 1 bagger go for mid-spot shrooms, but actually a lot of people dropped. We saw like spots 4 through 8 all drop.
Yeah, like 3 has a big break right now, looks like already.
Right. I think it might have been a case where Ardent was overcommitting there because Solar and who's that in first?
It's Casper. It's top 4 right now.
Yeah, so they were doing the normal, having the 2 frontmost runners run, and I think 3 of AR bagged, so they might have overcommitted a little bit. We'll see how much that plays a factor.
Good bomb. I thought I got both of them, but it's still good to get one of them out of there. We see Adam going forward, I think.
That was a really good backspin from Solar, too.
Okay, we see Boodog going forward in Rosa. I don't know where Adam is. I don't know if he's that funky that's like really far behind and like at the back, or if he's running with the pack. But either way, it's hard to tell who has shock right now. A blue shell, that's what they needed there to get Casper out at first.
I'm surprised that red didn't break going around the wall there, but that was kind of a key moment to change the spots. We also see a blue coming out on a Casper, so the spots are going to be somewhat mixed now. Well, still top 2-4 for MW, but the pack is so much tighter now.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's honestly better if you're in Ardent's position right now. If you have those bottom spots like 7, 6, 7, 8, that's really good.
I would have liked to see Trippy just hold his MT for a little bit to try to get the draft on Rahul there, but
actually looks like Tonkatsu's in first actually. So it's a 1-3-4 right now for AR.
It's spots changed hands really quickly. It seemed like MW were gonna break a little bit, but yeah, Mega in third here for Trippy. I'd say just use this Mega now. Don't wait until cut because there may be a shot coming in for MW now that they're in bottom spots potentially.
Unless Ardent has shock, and maybe they'll call him out and TS MW and cut. Yeah. Okay, that's a really good shock for them. Gets Tonkatsu on the boost panel, so it looks like a top 2 from Ardent, and maybe someone in the back dodge and a star.
I'd like to see Trippy like hold back a little bit and try to back third, actually, or maybe he's going for the paparazzi. Doesn't connect.
Oh no. Okay, so it looks like Solar or Locky got second, whichever one Daisy is. Flary got 8th, I think. So it looks like a good turnaround race for Ardent here. They got the shock, which was what they needed. And they had Tonkatsu running up there and Trippy holding a Mega, and it just worked out for them the best it could.
And just for those of you who don't know what paparazzi is, it's an old video that AV Ballin made back in like 2016 or so, where it's in BC3. He turns around on the line and snipes Jam, who was playing for FW at the time, and then Jam got blued right after. So we call that a paparazzi whenever you turn around and try to snipe someone from the other team. It was a good idea, but doesn't connect.
All right, so we got a +7 race here for Ardent. So they're down 12 after 2 races. So a good turnaround there. Not the best, but any winning race is good after getting top 3 the first race. So I think they're starting in top 2, 6, top 2, 6, 7. So what do you think is a good track pick for them here?
Top 2, 6, 7. It's a judgment call at times. It depends on what tracks the team itself like to run. But on paper, DDR is a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
You can have top 2 go for Sandhop and have 6, 8 go for Shrooms or Stars. And if top 2 makes Sandhop, the other team in like 3 through 5 will either have to make Sandhop themselves, or like 4th or 5th will have to drop for Shrooms. And already it's just a case where top 2 can dictate the pace. But MC3 does come out, and actually Ardent picked Yoshi Falls too, so that was an interesting pick on their own.
I know Rahul likes Yoshi Falls a lot. I don't think he was up there, but I know just as like a just to know, like Rahul likes Yoshi Falls.
Yeah.
So we see Trippy probably gonna try to run. Stream's lagging a little bit. Okay, there we go.
Stream lag for me, yeah.
All right, so he backs someone here. I'd like to see some people from Ardent back up and try to get some dodges. So we see Flary streaming up into first, maybe Goldening. Yeah, I got a lucky Golden.
I like the idea from Trippy to try to throw the nanas on the sand and snipe Flary in case he used that last room. It would have been really clean had that come off, because Flary would have been stuck in the sand for a while, but it doesn't come off.
We see Buddha. Looks like Ardent got Bill, so this is a really good sign for MW. We see Buddha going back in 10th, meaning he'll probably get shocked unless Adam can cheese it in 9. We see Flary. Flary's gone in first. Trippy gets. Okay, so Trippy gets the green on Solar. A lot of stuff on the U-turn. Probably want to call it to his teammates. There we go. There's the early shock.
Ooh.
Yeah. So MW are gonna have a big lead in top 2. A little bit of stream lag here.
Typically lap 2 shocks are not the most convenient if the spots are mixed or if you're occupying some of the top spots. But in that case, Casper, I think, just chained the Mega and Budok just pulled it there, and they were also in a bill inadvertently. So they just decided to call the shock there so that they wouldn't have to hold it until later and depend on some of the variables not happening, like getting blued or sniped or anything like that.
And also Budok was like really far in 10, so maybe they thought he could pull another shock at the end.
Right.
Oh, it gets a golden 5th. That's a really good pull, actually. He raised his teammate, though. It's unfortunate. Something happens to Flary. It looks like a 1-3, 1-3-5 for MW.
Yeah.
I
thought it might have been a little better considering that they dodged and were in top 3. There might have been a blue coming out sometime. Did you see that?
The stream was like lagging a lot for me. So it was like a slideshow for pretty much the lap. So yeah, I think Casper got first, and then Locky got 3rd. No, Solar got 3rd. Wait, no.
It was Locky or
Locky got 5th, I think. Yeah, Solar. Okay. So 1, 3, 5, 7. So alternating spots coming in. Winning race for MW. Could have been a lot better, as we said earlier, but still a solid race for them. Coming out. Good job again from Budog. I don't know if Adam pulled Bill in 9th. If he did, that would be really unfortunate. But Budog again getting the shock and just securing a good race for MW there.
Yeah, for sure. And I do this thing now where if we don't know who pulled the shock, or if we don't know like who pulled Bill in 10th after 30. I usually just check the VOD real quick. I'll get a confirmation. It was Adam who went past the boxes after the runners hit the box. You know how there's an empty space you can just go past?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was Boodog who ended up passing Insect or Adam, and then Adam pulled the Bill, I believe, in 9th after that occurred. So
okay.
it was a little unlucky for Adam there.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's unlucky, but it happens sometimes, especially on a track like MC3. So we see CM coming out from MW and Grumble Volcano coming out from Ardent. I think Grumble Volcano is a really good pick. I think alternating spots though isn't the best spots for GV. I think like 1, like 5, 6, 7 is a really good spot for GV, but nevertheless, this is still a good track pick in any sense. So we'll see maybe if Trippy can like cheese some shrooms here in like 4th. That's probably the most ideal situation for him. Gets for blocks in 3rd. Pulls a red. Oh, he might put a red caster here. Oh wait, no, he pulled triple bananas, so he won't be able to. Looks like he's gonna try to cheese a shroom in 2nd. Triple greens though, that's also a pretty good pull. Yeah, able to break the banana.
Yeah. Trap in 3rd. I think maybe he lost 3rd though, so potentially just gonna. Actually no, yeah, it's flare there. Never mind.
Bomb comes lagging so hard, but yeah, so bomb comes up on Trippy, barely misses. It looks like Locky took rock. Yeah, a bunch of people took rock.
Yeah, everybody
yeah.
Locky didn't make the right side rock though, so he had to readjust and go to the left path, which loses about a second and a half. It's really hard to see who's up there though, but everybody makes it, and
the pack is really tight.
Yeah, I'd expect some of AR to be up there because they were starting off in some of those bottom spots going into the cave section here.
Well, I think Trippy redded the bagger. Yeah, a lot of MW back here. I think Tonkatsu's up there at the front.
Yeah, it's like a top 2, bottom 2, or 1-3, bottom 2 right now.
Passed it off the Trap. Trap might have. Oh, he had the Bill. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
So.
That was coordinated. I think.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, still AR bottom 2. You see MW and 5-6. Triple shrooms. Do you have any idea who might have shock? I see Boodog sitting here.
Boodog sitting. Yes.
Yeah. Adam just fell off.
Yeah, Boodog, I think he's just sitting there. Yeah, he has shock most likely.
Alright, someone's gone in 1st. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, we see a bomb. That hit 3 people there. Oh, I think that was an AR. I think that was from Rahul. That was a really good bomb. Yeah, yep. So not only 1 MW member's up there, so this is really good. I think. Okay, so they try to TS him here.
Oh wait, he's gonna go for cut anyway.
Oh, he failed, I think. Yeah, he failed with star. That's unfortunate. Like, I like that star usage though, because they might try to TS you, but you like dodge anyway. But he still missed it. I still see some MW's members back here, Flary and I think it's Locky. So looks like a 6-7 for MW at the worst, and then I'm not sure what other spots. I know Casper was up there, but we also saw Trap and Revolt up there in like 2-3. So I think it's gonna be a pretty mixed race.
Yeah, for the most part, it was AR taking gap in the 1st lap, and then the 2nd lap, I couldn't quite see who it was. I know a couple of MW did, I would assume, because they ended up changing the spots. It was AR mostly in top spots, like top 2, 6-8, and then it became mixed after lap 2 ended.
Yeah, that bomb from Rahul is really crucial. He hit like Solar, Locky, and Flary, and got shrooms out of them, so that was a really good play.
Right.
And it got AR in like 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. So that was a really good play. Star respawn fail was like really unfortunate, but because I think if he made that respawn, it would have been like a 2, 3, 4, 5 or like a 2, 3, 5, 6. So that's pretty even race at the end of the day though.
Yeah, and for MW2 we see kind of a similar situation to what we saw yesterday with Le Leon de l'Atlas. Two runners completely going ham, one with 53, one with 48, and then the other 2, Locky and Flary with 18. I think they still win the GP though, MW2 do.
Yeah, but my predictions filling out. My Flary 125 isn't looking too probable anymore.
And I just wanted an excuse to say Le Leon de l'Atlas. I wanted to show up. I'm
pretty sure I butchered that name in the prediction stream, so I again apologize for that. So we see 2, 4, 6, 8 coming out for Ardent. I think a really good pick for these spots is like Sherbert Land. I feel like that's good spots for that track. 1-3 Maple Tree Way all the way. That's probably the most consistent pick
Yeah,
those
Maple
spots.
Treeway third can hop and cut and get like a 6th place box and go all the way back up to like 4th. It depends on how well you take the cut. And then RSL, you can bump second, like starting off a 1-3, you can bump second all around and make it difficult for him. But DDR comes out from MW2.
Yeah. I like this pick. I think 1-3-5-7 are good spots for DDR, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't think it gets picked enough when people are
Same
starting in this spot.
situation with RSL. Trippy's going to be bumped around a little bit from 1st and 3rd, kind of making it a little difficult for him to take the standoff.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I know a lot in like 2nd place, you can just like get slammed into the cat. Yeah, like this. You just get like slammed and you can't do anything. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate. So we see MW, Flare, and Caster get up to an early lead. Looks like Tonkatsu passed the TC up to Caster. That's really crucial. And Triple Red's coming out to. Ooh, okay, it dodges the fib.
Yeah, so after getting past the TC, Casper didn't want to overcommit and like try to slow down heavily and not pass the TC off anyway. Because being an 8th in this track is not too bad, assuming that is Casper an 8th now, because he can just get Golden to take the Ultra here and catch back up. Potentially.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a good strat. Good Nana from Flare there. Slow down Trippy a little bit. We see 2-3 coming out. Looks like Locky trimming up. Any Ultra takers? One person taking Ultra. Casper, as you said, took Ultra with a Golden, so he's right back into the race. So
Tonkatsu opting not to go for the Sand Hop despite MW being top 2. I think I would have liked to see him risk it a little bit there, but we'll see. The spots are still. I mean, the spots are not mixed. MW top 3, but the pack's still kind of close.
Yeah, unfortunate. It looks like MW is really far in the back. It looks like.
Yeah, aside from Trippy getting TC'd there, I was saying the pack's really tight amongst 1st through 4th, but Shock comes in from AR getting themselves into boxes. Must need it in order to change the spots back up around here.
If he had gotten triple shrooms, that would have been pretty clutch, but triple greens is not what you want.
None of AR pulled shrooms.
It looks like one of them pulled a blue though. Yeah, Flare got blued. That was good for them. Triple shrooms, there you go. Shroom through the cut up here. So yeah, basically all middle spots right now for Ardent. I feel okay if they got like a power or something, that could be really good. They could just target probably top 2. He goes for triple res. We still see Adam going back in last. Maybe they'll get a last second shot for Ardent, which would be really good for them. Okay, yeah. So one of the reds hits. Did the red hit him?
No, I don't think it was. I'd have to look back on the stream, but Shock comes in late again.
For Ardent, right? Yeah.
Well, it was the Funky that didn't spin out. Yeah, it was from Ardent.
Yeah. So 2 shocks for Adam. Let's see if it pays off for them. Yeah, so it looks like gonna be a. Oh, Tanakatsu fails the power dodge. So looks like a 2-3, I think. Yeah,
2-3, and then Tankatsu probably falls behind for like 7th or 8th with that failed pow dodge.
Yeah, I think he got 6th. So 2-3-6. That's still not bad at all. Could have been better. He probably could have gotten 5th or 4th. He didn't fail the pow dodge, but good job to Adam for getting both shocks that race, keeping them in the race, because they were MW was top 3 going into like end of op 2, and they were able to turn it around with 2 shocks.
Yeah, what would you go here if you're MW2 though? You're occupying 1-4.
Either RBC or TF, probably just a drafting track, which they offer RBC.
Yeah, although TF can be a little bit of an iffy pick if you're only 1-4, because God forbid anything happens to 1st or 4th and the spot's completely reset. So they're opting to go for RBC here.
Yeah, we'll see who gets picked. BC3 coming out for Ardent. Pretty mixed track. It's good for really any spots. RBC coming out, so we're gonna see 4th drafting 1st. Yeah, we'll see what happens other than that. Another good track for MW. Hopefully they just get top 2 in the front and start double backing, getting Ardent out of 3-4.
Yeah, if only we had a bagging POV here, because the first 10 seconds, 15 seconds of this race in the bagging department is actually really important in terms of the bumping battle, trying to go backwards.
Yeah. It's a lot of mind games when you're going back in this
track.
Gets
the draft, which it's really important to get up to the front early, because you can back spam around tight corners, double back, and build a breakaway.
Which is just what MW have done. Looks like they're top 3. Okay, looks like Flary died, but it's still probably a top 2 up there for MW.
Oh, I think Boodog actually bumped Adam as he was going for the cut, because we saw I saw Boodog going forward a little bit, releasing his MT on the mini map, and then Adam didn't cover enough distance. Now Boodog is in 10th.
Yeah, that's the worst when that happens. Like you barely clip the other bagger and you just don't get enough air.
Yep.
So it looks like Boodog's meeting the first box in 9th, in 10th. So we'll see if he can pull it here. Oh, looks like okay. So Budok makes the stairs. Let's see if he falls
Ooh,
off the
a
bill.
wide Nana onto Rahul there. Actually, wide Nanas are kind of overpowered in this track because blind corners,
Yeah.
naturally the runners go wide, but then if you eat a wide back spam, there's not much you can do there.
Okay, I see a PAL coming in. I'm not really sure what that was because they didn't really target PAL anyone. We see a blue coming in on Locky. It's a good start for Ardent to make up this race. It looks like Casper gets bumped, so it looks like it's gonna be a 1-3. Oh, okay. Tonkatsu backs his teammate, but also it's Locky.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Trippy.
Trippy.
That's a rare mistake from Trippy too.
Yeah, that's not the mistake you want to be making there, because now Tonkatsu's just alone up there, trying to fend for himself. We see both backers still going back, signaling no one has it. Adam is in 10th. And
Yeah,
by the looks of it,
we saw a bill or two probably coming out from Budok there.
yeah, by the looks of it, Ardent are going to need shock here, because you see Rahul and Trippy starting to fall behind. I'm going to assume Tonkatsu's still up there holding down first, and I'm not sure where Trap... Okay, Trap's like 5th. Yeah, 5th.
Yeah,
So,
we see Adam running away now. I believe he has the shock in this instance.
I don't know when you want to use this, because I don't know if Rahul's holding something. He might have a star or a mega. We'll have to see here. I haven't seen him use any items.
Wait, no, Adam went back towards Budok, so I don't think he has a shot. I don't know why he went forward. He went towards
maybe
Budok.
He's running away. I don't know.
But he went towards Budok. If he had the shock, he
Yeah.
wouldn't want to like risk getting it start out of you. I'm actually a little confused in that. respect.
Yeah, maybe just no one has it, and Adam thought Budok had it when he didn't. A little bit of stream lag. Okay, Trap gets TC'd. It's actually looking like a pretty good MW
Top
race here.
4 for MW.
Yeah. I guess there's a blue on Tonkatsu. Oh, what happened to Casper? Oh, I think Casper got mega'd? He got 8th or something. I don't know what happened to him, but nevertheless, still a very good race for MW, clutching out top 3. Good for them to get. I don't know how Tonkatsu got out of first, maybe a blue or a snipe, but nevertheless, top 3. Another good way to extend
it was
lead.
a blue. It was a blue. It was right before the last bridge section. He got blued right there, so it was a little unfortunate there because he was Ardent's only topmost spot there.
Yeah, Trippy said he got backed by his teammate in first because his teammate, I guess Tonkatsu doesn't call, so that's pretty unfortunate.
Oh, he doesn't call. That was one of the question marks I had, how well Tonkatsu actually fits with this lineup.
Yeah, so we see the chemistry issues right there. Tonkatsu just backing a green and getting Trippy out of third, which was not good for them because then Tonkatsu is the only AR member up there.
Not a dire situation just yet for Ardent because there are 6 races to go and they're only down by 36, but the momentum is on MW2's side, and God forbid there's a track pick like BCW or MH for MW. Ardent will be in a tough spot there.
Yeah, 34 isn't that big of a deficit, but the thing you have to consider is a lot of the players on Ardent have historically like tilt problems. So if there's I think Trap and Trippy historically, I don't know if they're better now, but I know in that past they've had tilt problems. So you just need to make sure they keep their strong mental state through the rest of the war to make sure they don't get this deficit into their heads.
Yeah, typically when I don't think either of them tilt as much anymore, but Trippy typically when he tilts, it doesn't actually affect his gameplay. He just he kind of just spews his salt in the chat, but it doesn't actually affect his mental because Trippy's a machine. Nothing affects him really, but Rahul, I know it does affect him when he tilts, but we'll see how much of a factor that was.
All right, I got you. All right, so we see Trippy here with 2 shrooms. I assume MW is gonna try to block the cut.
Is that another back from Tonkatsu?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's not ideal. He has to waste a shroom there.
Not ideal at all.
Cut's not blocked, so we'll see Rahul and Trippy going for it here. They'll be in top 2, which is what you need on this track. Just get a break. We see it all. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm surprised MW didn't block the cut because they were top 2, top 3. One of them was bound to pull a Faber or Nana or something along those lines.
Yeah, that was surprising. Maybe they only pulled greens or something. I don't know. Okay, we see the PAL coming out here. We see all MW members behind the top 2. We see Adam in 10th. Budok chasing him. So a shock for Ardent would be really clutch here.
Trippy has
really spread out.
Yeah, Trippy has no room for error because Flair's directly behind him. If he takes one iffy line, and that's a back Nana tight there.
It was wide, I think so.
Or wide, kind of wide. Well, assuming, okay, Rahul probably called that out, but
yeah.
Okay, shot coming in.
Prevents Trippy from doing ultra. Look, I don't know who shocked that was. Did someone dodge?
It's hard to say who shock that might have been, considering
Maybe.
that.
Okay, so we see Solar take cut up in first. Maybe it was MW shock.
I think no, it was an AR shock because they were top 2 right before the shock, before Trippy hit a Nana. So I would assume it was just to prevent MW from taking cut there. But
yeah,
spots are still mixed.
Yeah, we see oh, the bomb. Okay, so MW are gonna be breaking away here. I think, yeah, MW is top 3 actually right now, so
Yep.
not ideal for AR. So
And Moodog in last.
yeah, they're gonna need shock or some blues. Golden in 5th though, that's a good pull. Yeah, Tonkatsu needs to unblock. Oh, he gets a TC too. Tonkatsu needs to unblock cut because.
Well, no, he's gonna be really far back now.
Yeah, now he can't, but he needed to because it's not blocked
Tricky
though.
will be able to get up to 2nd with this cut take here.
Yeah.
So maybe he could get a he could chain into a green and potentially back the 3-4. It all depends on what he pulls here.
Yeah, that's what he needs. Yeah, green. He gets the green. Drops a star. Oh my gosh, that's actually really unsatisfying.
That's unfortunate. He's still gonna keep 2nd though, I think.
Someone's coming up.
No.
Yeah, Lockie's coming up. It's a shroom. Get the shroom.
Ground shroom.
Oh, he got it. Okay, I think that's like. Oh my god, that was so unfortunate that he hits his own green into the star, so the star cancels out. That was really unsatisfying to watch.
That was the slimmest of margins in terms of not dodging there. I don't think it made a difference in the end, considering of course he got the ground shroom, kept 2nd. I was gonna say maybe he could have tried to stop and schlag in the straightaway, but I think by the time Lockie would have reached him, his star would have ended anyway, so I don't think it mattered. Oh nope, never mind. Lockie did get 2nd.
Yeah, the Australian lag there.
Yep, smallest of margins there.
Yeah, I think okay. I'm pretty sure Trap was in like 3rd after the shock, so maybe it's like he got like streamed off or something because he was definitely up there behind Trippy. Yeah, another good race from MW, extending their lead up to looks like I do math, 49. Yeah, 49-point lead now for MW. So not the worst. It's still definitely you still definitely come back, but it's not ideal for Ardent. They need to.
It's feasible.
Get a big race here. Yeah.
They need a reset track to start.
They need a race here to get some momentum going into GP3. Like, you did not want to have MW win this last race and have all the momentum going into the last GP. Even if it's just like +5 or +7, it's better than what's been happening in the past. So you can just get any positive like ending to this GP. That's what you need for Ardent. You see DKM coming out from MW, one of their signature tracks, and Gardens coming out for Ardent, which gets picked. In my opinion, this is the best reset track. I love Peach Gardens. Such a good track for Wars. What do you think about it?
You know, it's a good reset track in the sense that if you're starting off in mid to bottom spots, you could just chain. You just get shrooms in the middle. But top spots can dictate the pace. Like if one of them, God forbid, decides to like take all the boxes and like fall off, maybe in like Gorge or something. Yeah. We don't see that too often, but we'll see who pulls the shrooms here. Casper and Solar. Casper and who's that? Tonkatsu. Yep, even trade off there.
Yes, this track is definitely runnable. If you can get like triple shrooms in 4th or 5th for a set and get into 1st, you definitely have a really good chance of staying in 1st as long as you're so powerful.
You see Budog committing to going backwards first, passing the last set and not getting the box, not risking Bill. He's still winning.
Top 2 here.
How did Ardent fall behind there? We saw a couple of them like just. It might have been a backsman. I don't know if it was a back green potentially. I think from Solar.
Do we think Casper has shrooms in 1st? I guess we'll see.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he doesn't. No. Trippy with the shroom in 3rd. That's a good pull. Gets up into 2nd. Oh, this stream live. Okay. So someone pulls the TC. Looks like on Flaherty. So I don't think he's gonna be able to pass this off. Yeah, he gets TC'd. Who's in 3rd? Looks
MW.
like. Okay.
Not sure who exactly.
Yeah, I can't tell who it is because he keeps. Yeah, okay. Like we see Casper in 1st, trying to back. It looks like Solar. Yeah, Solar in 3rd.
I think we're gonna see a potential star drop coming out from Adam here.
Yeah, I think so. He's gonna try to hit the
There it is. Yeah, he's going to the swamp. Yep.
All right, that's a good heads-up play from Adam. We'll get Trip. He's gonna try to star Casper here.
In typical Trippy fashion too, he loves to troll, but he doesn't get it off there.
Oh, it hits the wall. That's not what you want to do. It was a good attempt, but you do not want to be hitting the wall there. You need to
and
stay in first.
if you miss the troll, you gotta make sure you still get a
and he hits
little.
the dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
MW
make
top
sure.
3.
You got to make sure you get a little bit of separation from second once you realize that you missed the troll. Like last frame from your star, just accelerate really far forward. Because we saw Trippy take a slightly iffy line, allowing him to get bumped into the wall after that.
Yeah, we see MW top 4. This is not what you wanted to see for Ardent. They're going to have a top 4 going into GP3. That's going to be such a large deficit to overcome.
Yeah. The inner troll was screaming in Trippy. I know he has a lot of experience in trolling wars in the past, and it was a good idea on paper, and to kind of slow down the pack a little bit too, because MW were like all behind Trippy there. But like I said, knowing that he missed the schlag, just try to accelerate for that last frame on the star and make sure you have more separation.
So that's going to be plus 29 race for MW, putting them up 78. Yeah. So that's a very large margin to overcome in just 4 races. It's possible, but it's not looking likely seeing how Ardent has been playing.
Yeah. And it's at first AR was doing a decent chunk, but a combination of team kills from Tonkatsu with the iffy chemistry not calling, losing out on top spots somewhat easily on some exchanges, and yeah, overall it's just, I mean, AR are not playing too poorly aside from the team kills, but it's just those little factors that play out and give MW2 more of a lead.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ardent in the front. Like Trippy's been the only one that's been in the top 4 spots really at all.
Yeah. Tonkatsu at times. He got blued a couple times, but then also when he was up in the front, kind of got a couple of back spams onto their own team.
Yeah, just most of this race, most of the races, I've just seen MW just taking up the spots, like Casper and Locky just locking down the top 2, and Solar and Flary coming in at the end.
And
so,
in terms of the shot count, I think Boodog winning slightly, if I'm not mistaken, but it's still kind of even.
I mean, yeah, Adam's doing well. Like, he's dropping stars for his teammates when he can't get shocked. So he's doing well. It's just the running power. It's just not there this war.
Yeah.
So we see MG coming out. Assume it's a AR pick. Very dice roll track. I have to say so myself. But what do you think about MG, Jaggy?
It all depends. It depends on the shroom pulls. In terms of both teams' consistency with the gap, I mean, the gap is not too difficult of a shortcut at this level.
Oh my god, what's that lag?
Lag fib.
Casper just like disappears and then fibs him. So
really not much you can do about that. But
yeah, I've seen a lot that Casper's been like pretty laggy this war. So
yeah, quoting SGT, should have predicted that lag fib.
Yeah, outplayed, I guess. So we see Trippy with a shroom gonna take app here.
By the way, we see Adam
running.
It's not all run. I don't think.
Rahul is bagging.
They switched baggers, yeah, and Rahul has the experience in bagging. We've seen him bag for Moonblast in the past, for AV most recently. So I like the switch.
Yeah. If the previous lineup wasn't working, just try something new.
That red somehow connects.
Yeah, surprising. So we see a top 2 coming in from AR. AR need to have shot because it does not matter what spots you're in lap 3 if you just get TS.
I'd like to see if Trippy's going to try to back on landing here, potentially try to back Locky taking gap, but opts not to.
Looks okay. So looks like he's getting power right. Okay, breaks the red on the green. That's good heads up play from Trippy. We see Flary take gap up into second. Pulls triple reds. That's a good pull. Let's see, what do you? Okay, I think. Okay, so Rahul just fell off, so we know AR doesn't have shock. We see Budog going back in 10th.
Oh, that's a good
try. That was a really good throw.
Yeah, that was a good trajectory. You gotta throw it just inside of the runner's line, so when the runner cuts inside, he gets sniped. Shock comes in.
Adam got TS, and then Casper, yeah. This is why this track is just like, it does not matter if you're top 2, you'll get TS lap 3, and then, okay, Flary hits the Goomba.
Flary hit the Goomba as it respawned, but then his Trail Nana hits Trippy, so even trade-off in the end.
Yeah, looks like a 135 from MW coming out.
And of
Yeah.
course, that's kind of an unfortunate situation for Flary because it's kind of hard to memorize the Goomba patterns on lap 3.
Yeah,
But
especially after a shock, because they can just like spawn in your face and you don't know like where they are.
right, but knowing Trippy, he's definitely not going to be happy with that
Yeah.
moment from Flary.
Yeah, it's not the most skilled play, but it's still still another good race for MW 135. That just shows like how good Shock is there. Adam got TS in first and ended up getting 6th, so that's why I
Yeah.
personally am not a fan of MG, because I just think it's whoever gets Shock is probably gonna win. So you can just TS top spots
And I'm gonna look back, like I've been doing with a couple of races in this. Look back to see who committed first, if anybody, to going backwards in 10th without hitting a box. It was the Funky. I think that was Rahul. He committed first, but then Budog ended up passing him with like a golden or shrooms, and he ended up just passing him up in the end, getting the shot.
I know lap 3 by like right before the cave, I saw Rahul fall off, and then I'm pretty sure Rahul was ahead. He might have pulled Bill in 10th or something, and I saw him fall off with Bill, and then Budog pulled it right after. So we see CM coming out from MW and DKS coming out, except for Trippy picking Raceway. I think that's Trippy. And looks like we're going to Raceway. So
Raceway, I mean, that it's kind of a track that you need at this point. AR kind of in a dire situation at this point, and they just need any sort of luck track to try to change the tides.
Yeah, they're down 85, so it's still humanly possible. So like, yeah, not humanly possible, like mathematically possible. That's the word. Mathematically possible, but we still see AR going back. They need like a top 4 here to have any chance. See what Trippy pulls here. Pulls triple shrooms. Might opt not to take cut. Try to get a star. Yeah, let's see him try to get a star, which is a good play. Pulls a golden. We see AR occupying 7-8. That's probably what you want to do here. Just take the dodges, make sure MW can't get them.
Yep. And again, we see Rahul committing to that 10th place box. Gets the shrooms this time though, so he's gonna most likely get the shock unless he pulls Bill. That's one of those unfortunate instances.
Yeah, it's definitely a dice roll, especially at this point. We see Rahul stopping.
Oh!
Almost trolls Trippy there. That was
Careful,
very risky.
Rahul.
That was very risky there. So we see, alright, so we see Rahul gone in 10, so might be a good sign that AR might pull the shock here. We do see Budog going forward though. Yeah, Rahul's shrimming backwards.
Trap was like shrooming up into that left ramp, but then doesn't pull a shroom. I think he was trying to bank on like that one spam shroom chain, but falls behind. It was close.
So we see Flary shrooming up into first. It's like a 1-3 from MW. I have no idea who has shock. It looks like Rahul used Bill. So I don't think AR is gonna pull it. Flary dodges blue. Yeah, I don't think anyone has shock yet.
Not from the looks of it, or maybe Rahul. I think he's
might have just
sitting.
pulled it?
Yeah, he's sitting right
No,
here.
he's Bill.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's so unfortunate for AR. Actually, yeah, it's like his second or third pull. Bill. Yeah. Okay.
MW shock in 9th.
Oh, that's not what you want to see for if you're AR. We see Solar coming up here. Someone coming up into Mega. Yeah, Casper. Looks like it's going to be a top 3 for MW.
Yeah, that I believe wraps it up actually.
Yeah. That's very unfortunate for AR. They were in 10th the whole time there and just couldn't pull it.
Story of the match. We've seen. I mean, regardless of blues, I mean, the blue count isn't too much in swayed of MW, but they have gotten a few more. But still, we see MW up there almost all the time consistently, and AR just struggle to get up there.
Yeah, it's been one of the main weaknesses of AR. Good thing Casper's going off, though. He's my fantasy player for D4. He's on 30 after 2. That's what you like to see.
We're going to be happy about that one.
Yeah, also had Sane, who dropped like a 155 today, so...
As long as it's not a case where MW are losing a little bit, and then you're like, oh, score, please score, and then like you make it so that it seems like you're biased towards MW, and everyone will be like biased.
No, I just want the fantasy points. I could not care less. So yeah, it looks like it's mathematically over. MW are currently up 104. So we see just a medley of tracks coming out for AR. Just pretty troll tracks like MC, Peach Beach. Peach Beach is a good track. I like Peach Beach, but see DK Mountain coming out from MW just to try to solidify their score differential, just get some more points. So see who gets picked.
I'm not sure if point differential matters really in this tournament format. Besides of course the tiebreaker.
Yeah. I mean, I thought there could definitely be some sort of tiebreaker between Hearst and MW too.
Yeah, but I believe every team in each group will make the playoffs anyway, but it's just gonna be seeding. Yeah, and if you place like 6th in D4, you're gonna be playing like first seed of. I don't know how it works, but you're gonna be playing a more difficult opponent to start off in the first round.
Yeah. You see a bomb coming out from Trippy here. See if he can get this on Flare. He throws it. Barely misses out. We see both baggers sitting at that like set by the fountain. It's interesting. Looks like neither of them are going.
Trippy went for that snipe despite AR being up there too, but he hopped and like as he was landing from the hop through the bomb, so the bomb didn't cover too much distance. But Flary, I think it was a little too far to the left. Flary kind of hopped to the right and avoided him.
Yeah. So we see Trippy holding this mega here. If AR gets shocked, we see Rahul in 10th, so AR could probably pull shock here and dodge Trippy. I don't know who's bottom 2. We see Trap and Takatsu taking up 4-5, meaning that there's probably at least one MW member back there in 7-8, possibly holding a star. We see Casper up in 3rd, it looks like.
Yeah,
it looks like a shock might be coming in. Oh, I guess Ardent didn't have it because he tried to star Budog. We tried to mega Budog. Okay, so we see Tonkatsu and a mega. There's the shock. Looks like a AR shock there.
It's top 2 still for MW going into this, unless the person dodging gets up to first. I think so.
Yeah, it looks like a 1. Top 2 actually for AR. Top 2-4 for AR.
So not too bad of it. That's a good salvage there for AR, even though of course they're still out of this mathematically. Just try to get the deficit down a little bit.
Yeah, good for some morale. You don't want to lose by 100. So if you at least lose by less than 100, that's probably a win in anybody's book. But we'll see what the spots end up being. Yeah, top 2, 4, 7 for AR. That's not bad. Rahul getting the shock there when they needed it. So definitely a clutch shock pull. So that should bring the deficit down a little bit.
Yep. And then with one race to go, I mean, maybe we could start talking about general terms of the war. Like, what do you think about the war in general?
Yeah, I mean, MW just kind of dominated, I feel like, running-wise. They were just up there, at least like in one of the top 2, top 3 spots every race consistently, with Budog doing a good job. Even though he didn't get like every shock in, he might have gotten lucky a few times. He was definitely still in 10th a lot of the time, at least contesting Adam. So he's definitely got all of the shocks, and the shocks ended up like solidifying a lot of MW's like top spots, getting like the supporting runners to come up to the end. So I just think also another problem might be like chemistry on AR side. There's definitely some miscommunication on like back spams or shock calls from AR. So that's probably also a weakness of them. But what do you think?
Yeah, well, most of MW's shocks were the situations that presented themselves were mostly cases where MW were in top spots and they just dodge at the very end to dodge someone else in the back, or just hold the shock for the entire race and not need to use it. And AR shocks were kind of just like, for example, in DDR lap 2, get them all into boxes, but in the end it didn't really change much. So AR are not really doing themselves very many favors with the shocks already being down like a decent bit in the running department in most of the races.
We see Movie Highway coming out. I assume that was an AR pick. Let's see if Locky CS is into the bomb car. So Trippy's forced to use his mega here. You see some of the AR members maintaining the top spots. Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't sure if Trippy tried to hit the bomb car to hit an MW player behind him, because all the MW players ahead of him were already too far ahead, even with the lag shield possibility.
I think he was scared of Locky just swerving. I think it's Locky. He was gonna try because he had like triple red, so he's scared of Locky like swerving into triple reds. You see a blue. You see Trippy holding it, so that might be a good sign that AR is in first. Yeah,
lag
so we see
bomb car from Adam, or I believe, it was either Adam or Locky onto Tonkatsu there.
Yes, so we see Adam holding down first, Trippy holding the blue in third. This is a pretty good situation for them. Oh, and nice backspam from Adam, getting Lucky out a second. So
That
we
was
see
a
top 2
wide
break.
backspin. That was a wide
Yeah.
backspin from Adam.
Yeah, still connected, so still
I'm
effective.
too, yeah.
So we have holding the blue in second. This is very ideal for Trippy. We see 2 MW members behind him. Maybe trying to get him out. There's a shock, yeah, coming in from MW, dodging. Looks like dodging 2 people. Looks
Larry
like
and
Trap also
Casper.
dodged. Yeah, looks like either Trap. It looks like Trap might have dodged 2 though. I'm not sure. Is Adam still first? Because he did have a little bit of a break. Yeah, I think
No.
he is. Oh no. I see Trav in third. I can't tell who's
Yeah, the
first.
2 Dodgers.
Oh, Flary. Yeah.
Flary and Casper.
So I think, I guess they must have changed something and killed Adam out of first. So it looks like it's gonna be a 3-4 coming in, a top 2 coming in from a W and a 3-4-5 maybe coming in from AR. I also like the bomb car. Almost, yeah, it looks like a 3-4-5 coming in from AR in the final race.
For sure. Yeah, the stars definitely align there for AR to get a decent race, but looking at the bagging exchange in the first few seconds, I'm actually looking at that really quick. It was Boodog, who usually Boodog commits to staying in 10th in that particular track, but I think Rahul ended up either hitting a car or Boodog starred him in the pack. So Boodog was able to just stay in first or stay in last there and get the shock in the end.
Well, Trippy was very consistent. He scored 32 every GP. So very consistent score-wise. Casper with the 46 is what I like to see. But AR, they tried at the end. You know, they raced that pretty well. Not for the shock. They probably would have had like a top 2 or at least a 1-3-4 or something. So they raced well in the end, trying to at least they didn't like just give up or like completely just stop trying. So you gotta give props to them for that.
Yeah, it was definitely Ardent. Ardent definitely had their moments. They had flashes of brilliance, but what killed them was not staying up in the front too consistently when they were up in the front, as well as a couple of team kills from Tonkatsu who wasn't calling. That's a bit of a chemistry issue there. And the shot count slightly favoring Boodog. A couple of times he did get lucky, but without those, barring those lucky shocks that he got, the shot count was still even, but it was MW2 staying up in the front for the most part. So good work from them to start off. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say.
Yeah, definitely a good shot from MW2. If they could play like this, and they could definitely challenge Hurtado whenever that match is. That's going to be a really good match to look forward to in this division. For AR, they definitely need to work on the chemistry, probably play some more scrims, and either try to get Tonkatsu to maybe get in the call and like try to coordinate better, or maybe find a replacement because there are like too many team
Ruffy
kills.
play for them.
Yeah, Ruffy.
Ruffy is the creator, the founder of the clan, I believe. So I don't know to the extent of how much he's actually been practicing recently, but if Ruffy can get some practice scrims with them, I feel like that could benefit them.
Yeah, just definitely they need to figure out like some way to get better chemistry. Because I said at the beginning, the only way that Ardent would have a chance is like if they challenge his top runners like Flary, Casper, and Solar. And Trippy did a little bit, but other than that, I didn't see many Ardent members up there challenging the top runners, and that's why they won by that much of 96 points. So yeah, as you said earlier, Ardent they had their moments of brilliance, but just not enough to beat MW on the day.
Yeah, so that should be it for us. On behalf of Mario Kart Boards, I'm Jaggy.
I'm Jack.
Tune in tomorrow. We should get a couple more casts, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for coming along, and we'll see you next time.